team and Mampolo to get us underway for our fourth match of the night. Chance to look at the starting line. That's Montel McKenzie, Maranville Hete, Toby Bull, Stefan Illich, Zach Hassan, and Francis Gerard Mampolo. On the opposite side, Lukman Kasim, Bilal Sayoud, Jordan Thompson, Louis Johnson, who's been unbelievable, by the way, someone who certainly deserves a mention, sorry. And Marville Ekpiteta. My question is, for KSI, how many orange-based outfits does he have? I mean, he's got 11 weeks to dress for, plus the Final Four. There's been filming a documentary around this series as well of managing Baller League. I mean, he's had quite the impact. Speaking of National Non-League Day, his involvement with Dagger and Redbridge as Toby Bull far over the bar. I mean, you wonder who might be the first prime player to potentially sign for the Daggers. Lukman Kasim. Past one or two. Was he fouled there? No, continues to run. Hangs him up the pitch. Two minutes 10 on the clock. And already Gold Devils inserting their pressure into there. Was there a foul on Zach Hassan? There was. They're not happy about it. It felt like it went down a little bit too easily. For those who are just joining us as well for match day 4, pressure point has already been played. It was played at the start of the show. NDL winners of that. Illich over this. He has scored from free kicks before, but on the opposite side of the pitch, Illich plays short. McKenzie thought about a shot. There is going to be a player to step up here. It's got to be Bilal Sayoud here. Franchise baller for Gold Devils. Onside is he. Kasim. Good save, Toby Bull. First shot of the game. Bilal Sayoud, the provider. And Lukman Kasim very nearly with the first goal. Jordan Thompson, formerly of M7 last year. It's always his famous fat Bilal Sayoud that he's normally the player who's had the most shots in the league. He's actually got the top of that stat anymore. That's a glancing header over the bar. Actually, Emmanuel Thomas of Depot Trio. He'll be in action against Wembley Rangers tonight. Stefan Illich. First shot of the game. Off target for him again, was in our MVP shout at the start of the night. Said quite openly he's not all about scoring goals this season, wants to sort of become the provider. Get plenty of assists if he is to score one or two, wants him to be a banger. We'll see if one arrives in this game. Well, one for the chat as well, of course, tonight, because of the situation with players representing other clubs, there was 3 wild cards that are allowed for each team. And Polo. Oh, clever idea there, the 2 substitutions, trying to interchange straight away. Who's one wild card you would love to see feature this season? Because there is one former Premier League player actually featuring tonight on Game 6. I'll leave a surprise for you when we see it. Stefan Ilic tries to place that in. Past Serene Sané. Varpar is coming into this. That's going to fall back perfectly well to Johnson. Vahete felt like he was fouled. And there is a foul that goes the way of Prime. But looking at the stats here, Prime averaged 7 goals a game. They've got the highest possession in the league, 60% possession held per game. Most chances in Baller League. Most touches in the opposing box. And KS openly said that he wanted 10 goals. I'd love to know what the potential bonuses are on the line for that. It's a clever pass towards the back post. First effort of the game from Timmy Abraham. It was only last week his brother Tammy was here supporting him from the sidelines. Well, I mean, let's see if I can guess. One former Premier League player will be a wild card tonight for Game 6. He has played before in Baller League for the team that he's represented. Serene Sané. He felt that one. This is why he felt it. Ouch. Well, someone's joining me, and he's in a very good mood on commentary. Ginge, I mean, it's been quite a night for you, mate. I think that's 2 wins for you, technically, as a joint manager.
It is, you're not wrong. What a game that was. An unbelievable game, an unbelievable finish, and a fully deserved result.
4-1 down at one point as well, and you come out of that 8-6, how?
I'll tell you how. Mentality. That was the difference. We had, and I'm not using this as an excuse because there's so many teams here today that have played 90 minutes. I heard Sharky going on about it before. Everyone's had players that have played 90 minutes today, mate, so don't try and use that as an excuse. We've got over that. The mentality switch in the second half was absolutely fantastic. And the finishing, we played as a team, we played as one, and we were fantastic today.
You just never gave up, really, did you?
No,
and in the end, big result. Four games, Ginge. United still unbeaten. They're in the top 4.
Yep, in the top 4. I mean, I think they scored 1 good goal, and that was a header. But even then, that's
I think that was basics. You're looking at your team now. Have we conceded that goal?
Exactly, that's what I mean. How have we conceded that goal? But I said at the start of the season when we drew to Vision, everyone looked at that and thought, oh, that's a poor result. I knew it wouldn't be. I knew the way we played was fantastic. But listen, enough about United. We played well, we've won. Let's speak about Gold Devils and Prime FC. Sorry, Bribe FC.
Last point. A word on the United Ultras. Great to see him out tonight with the copper box.
You know what? I'm glad that we were here today because I'm glad we managed to get an entertaining game for them. They were fantastic. The support everyone shows United is unbelievable. And I don't think there's a team in this league that can say their support is as good as ours. Absolutely fantastic. You can turn up with your trumpets, you can turn up with your drums, but the love for the game will never, ever match ours.
Ginge, what do you reckon is going to come first? Are you playing again on the pitch in Baller League or are you winning a pressure point?
Genuinely, me playing again on Baller League.
I hate to say it, but what is it? It's been like 25, 26 weeks now without a...
I think we're 0-27.
Of course, Angry Ginge alongside me in commentary. This is our 4th game of the night. I mean, I'm sure you would love to see a Goldbridge result here, just to shake up the league as well.
Listen, at the end of the day, I spoke to Goldbridge before this game, and I give him a few tips and a few hints on what to do versus Prime, because everyone thinks that they're going to be unbeatable. They're not. They're nowhere near. And I think this will be a test.
How do you beat them?
Well, I'm not going to say anything because other teams will get points off them then. But we'll see if Gold Devils take points off them, and whether I'm right or wrong, or at least see how close the game is. And will this goalkeeper either stay on his feet or something?
I think he's had a few knocks, Serene Sane.
Yeah. I think he's the most injury-prone goalkeeper in the league.
Well, I think he dislocated his finger last season, which wasn't pretty. But I think you're right. I mean, a lot of players have played football today, haven't they? I think there's 102 players, Ginger, out of the 120 that are all playing for non-league clubs. And I mean, look, depending on where you're playing today, there's a lot of travelling. So if you're goalkeepers, we played 90 minutes earlier against Toby Ball. And then, although he conceded 6 goals, he still played a big part in that game to ensure you still won.
Goalkeeper. Yeah. At the end, he made some huge saves. The other 6, you can tell he played 90 minutes. I'll give him that.
I agree.
Okay, but listen, he's come up to me and he said, I'm shattered. I said, with the greatest respect, mate, I can tell. But at the end of the day, we won. He had a big part to play at the end. He redeemed himself, and that's what matters. Is this what he's hurt his ankle off? Interesting.
It's kind of the same situation as the first one there. Getting some treatment. Serene Sane there, forward for 26ers.
What's he doing? Can you put your pants on, please, mate? Just getting my Twitch chat up now so I can read the chat.
Well, the chat's up here on YouTube as well, Ginge.
Nice.
We can see your messages coming through. I thought we were on for I think the most goals we've seen in the game of Ball League was 17 goals before. We had 14 in your game at one point. We had 9 goals in one half.
In our game.
Unbelievable, yeah.
What have I always said to you, Brandon, mate? Entertaining, fast-paced, attacking football.
Maybe not in season 2.
Well, I was in the jungle, so I can't really take fault for that.
So what the interesting part was, the last time you beat N5, guess who was managing?
Steve. Oh, it was the Boff Boys, weren't it? Shout out to the Boff Boys. Yeah, mental. What I will say is N5, I feel sorry for Lehman. 3 times he's played us and every time he's lost. And last season when we were 10th, they were first and we still turned them over. How's this game been though? I did miss 7 minutes of it. Has it been entertaining?
Well, we haven't had a goal yet, which if you look at across the results we've had tonight, Ginge, we've had goals in every game, but a minimum of 7 goals as Eddie Mieko shot his block. But 10 minutes in here, unfortunately.
Do you know what I would say as well? I was very unlucky before because I've nearly called every single result. I had Community to beat Vision, and I had Clutch to beat SDS because I think Clutch have got something special. But if you're going to give goals away like they were, you're not going to win any game. But let me tell you something, SDS, some of their goals, fantastic.
Is that you being nice to SDS there for a change?
Pardon?
Is that you being nice to SDS? Or?
I can give credit where credit's due. And if I'm honest, we've probably got bigger fish to fry now.
When Diddy scored that goal, Ginge, I was thinking, wow.
What a goal.
Wow.
That's goal of the season for me.
Unfortunately, when you score a goal like that and then still lose 5-3, it just takes a little bit off it, doesn't it?
100%. And if you look at the goals they lost by, the goals that they equalised by, you can say, do you know what, that's a good goal. The goals they lost by, tough to take. Has KSI got his gong gear? Yeah, of course he has.
Where is the gong?
It's in the middle of the middle of the managers.
Oh, he's brought the gong, has he?
Yeah. He's bought a big bottle of Prime as well. Do people still buy that?
Well, I was saying in the chat, is he going to run out of orange-based things to wear? I mean, he's got 11 weeks of different outfits to bring.
He probably is, to be honest. He probably won't run out of bandanas. Oh, that's Gold Devils ball.
I loved your reaction, by the way, in your second half game changer. when it popped up as the line.
Oh.
You're over the moon with that, weren't you?
It's the worst thing.
Well, it works out all right at the end.
Yeah, I don't mind it in tight games like that.
Was you open for a one-on-one or fair play?
To be honest, I think at the time, I think I wanted one-on-one. I think we were a goal down, weren't we? Or were we drawing?
I think was you not 7-6 up?
Oh yeah. I probably was hoping for the line then, Taylor. Yeah, we were a goal up, chat.
10 seconds away from our first half game changer.
Gold Devils are looking good, I can't lie. I've been here for approximately 4 or 5 minutes, but they're holding them off well. They're just going to keep the ball.
Let's head into the game changer then.
I'm not a fan of this. Waiting 20 seconds.
Let's take this thing higher than you ever been. Stand tall like ever.
Here we go. I'm going to go onside. Called it.
It's like you knew it.
Well, it's not been yet, so statistically you'd probably say it probably has to be.
Onside for the next 3 minutes. Basically, you can't be offside. It's as simple as it sounds. Stand where you want, be where you want for the next 3 minutes. Other than that, nothing else really does change. Goals will still count as one. And what were just a bit of insight on your half-time talk at the in that last game? What was the words you were saying, you and Sam Cox, in the huddle?
At half-time? Well, we found ourselves 5-4 down at half-time. And that first half, the energy weren't there, the precision weren't there, and the defending weren't there. And we looked at them and we screamed at them in quite an aggressive way, but we went, how much do you want it? That's what it comes down to. Football's a mental game. How much do you want it? And you could tell by the goals we scored there at the end that we wanted that, we deserved it, and we got it. And that's what champions do.
One interesting fact about your side, Ginger, is that you've had more penalties than any other team in the league.
And scored the least.
The bad news is you've missed more than you've scored.
Yeah, exactly. And yet, still won the games, so I can't complain too much. Mackenzie! Oh,
Don't mind a bit of that.
that was it. I didn't want one. I wanted one-on-one because they had 2 corners. That was why. Just going to be goal Anglian Central. This opens the game up for Prime. And I'm just going to call it now, Brandon. There will be a one-on-one at the end of this game. Maro.
Fuhete on the rebound. Anyone there quick to react? No.
No one up there for Gold Devils.
Well, it just feels like, I mean, look, they've averaged 60+% possession again, Prime here. They've just had to sort of just sit back and deal with all the pressure that's come their way.
Love that.
So far, they're dealing with it. Can they catch them on the counter-attack?
Don't lose it there.
Mampolo.
Where's your work ethic?
Hassan, there's the work
well
ethic.
to get back.
Hassan delivers back. Illich on the volley.
Great block. Get in front of it. Don't let them get the shot off.
And out it goes.
It's a great ball, to be fair, for on the same wavelength.
Gold Devils possession.
Mapolo!
I don't think they'll be too happy at the halfway break. They've had 8 shots in this game, Ginger. Only 1 shot on target so far.
Well, that's the thing. You can get the stats up and say we've had X amount of shots, but if you're not hitting the target or even causing any threat to the goalkeeper, we can all have a shot from the halfway line. I think Gold Devils need to get. Oh dear.
Hang on, Mampolo over the bar.
Wow. I'll tell you something. I think Prime will still be favourites for this game, but doesn't seem like they've got the shooting boots on at the minute. I think if anything, Gold Devils need to see this out till half-time. They can't be letting Prime have too much possession when they can't be offside. If you look behind that Gold Devils defence now, Mampolo, free as you like in the box. Not found him though. Bilal switched off, not communicating.
Mackenzie! Felt like he was pushed over the bar.
Definitely a push in that.
You've got to give out a little push, don't you? Should have sent them off balance somehow.
It's a physical game, Brendan.
Making it too obvious.
It's a physical game, mate. Oh, KSL wasn't too happy about that. That must have been the nightmare that came out. Nice.
He's going to play a big part in this defence. Jordan Thompson. Can he stop the attacking presence more so of Timmy Abraham and Eddie Mieko there? 6 foot plus frame.
Great flick on. That's never a foul. You recycle it.
We're going to have our first new half by the looks of it.
I think the one way Prime have to win this game is be patient, recycle.
Illich. Was that Hassan offside there?
Oh, I'm not sure. He can't be offside. Game changes onside,
Good
Brendan.
point.
It's all right, mate. I'll watch the game for you.
With the opposite side players, you're not communicating on the pitch.
We are 12 seconds away in our onside game change. Unfortunately, he hasn't delivered much. It's going to be a 0-0 half-time by the looks of it between Gold Devils and Prime FC. There may have been a good 15 to 16 shots in the game. Only 3 of them were on target. And at the halfway point, it's Gold Devils 0, Prime FC 0.
All right, guys, I'm with the Albanian Eagle, the talisman of Ruckers FC, the man of the people, Ergus Papaya, man. And we're in the Fortnite room and we're talking Fortnite phrases today, bro. So, I want to know, do you know what third party is?
Third party? Not really.
I'm going to explain it to you. What it is someone who just makes an entrance, goes to the top, bro. And I want to know, do you think you guys at Ruckers FC are going to be third party in the season? You're currently 7th, but do you think you might have a chance of just winning the whole thing, mate?
Of course, bro. I'm saying we got a good team. We won our first game, lost 2, but we're going to try to bounce back and then hopefully climb up to top 4.
Bro, the way you've been playing the season and the Baller League in general, mate, I put my money on you, mate.
I appreciate it. I'm just going to, you know what I'm saying, keep trying. And yeah, shout out to the team as well.
Big up you, man. Mr. CC, what
there
you
you go.
saying,
Another Fortnite phrase that they use is sweating. Sweaty. Doing up. That's usually a player that does the moles, or it could be good, it could be bad. Just someone who's just doing a madness. Oh, yeah. Who would you say, or who would you reference in your team that kind of resembles someone who's sweaty?
I'll say this in a good way. Musa, he does everything. You know what I'm saying? He's an engine, so I'll say Musa.
I can't lie, I saw Musa earlier and he was sweating. I'm talking literal sweat. I'm not talking about the good sweat. I don't know if it was bad.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
But, hey, big up to Musa. But yeah, Renz, you want to close out?
All right, big up to my boy, Ergus, man. He's going to be doing his thing on the pitch. Let's dance, let's boogie.
See it there.
Well, as I said, I'm joined by the main man in the commentary box. Angry Ginge joins me here, as we said. We've got a few minutes before we jump into the next game tonight. I mean, look, you're unbeaten so far. Have you looked much into the likes of the NDLs and the Prime, and I'm worried about the other competition? Because I think one thing we're seeing from all the different teams in the top 4, Ginge, is just very different styles, even from SDS to Prime to NDL to United.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I look at it and I think you can play what's in front of you. There's no team in Baller League that's untouchable. Doesn't matter, what goes on with the brown envelopes under Prime FC, allegedly. You're not untouchable. You will drop points. It's a matter of when. You play that much, you play that often, you will get found out, and your players will be tired. Strategies won't work, and in reality, game changers are a massive part of it. I think when we start playing the higher end of the table, it's going to start splitting the difference, and I think I'm very excited for it.
Who would you say is the team that's impressed you most so far this season?
If I'm being honest, I'd probably have to go United. I think the fact they're unbeaten is fantastic. They were unlucky the first game week. They were clearly just trying to get together, and then I think the other games have shown thought, they've shown aggression, and that's probably why they're top 4 at the minute.
And who's an MVP of this season so far? You can't say Cadell Daniel.
I'd go Callum Butcher. I think he's been absolutely
someone
fantastic.
who's not United.
No, so far, I'd go the sniper Illich for Prime. Okay. I think he's been fantastic.
Absolutely. Well, look, we are heading towards, as we said, the second half here. Gold Devils are hanging on, but how long can they hang on for? 0-0 is the half-time score. Of course, they're taking on Prime in the second half of action. This is game 4 of the night. Can Prime go and make it 4 wins from 4 and continue the pressure at the top of the table? Cannot wait for this. And it looks like it's going to be Lukman Kasim and Timmy Abraham to kick us off for the start of the second half here.
Gold Devils just have to keep on doing what they did in the first half, and when it gets to that game changer that will be one-on-one, we'll just have...
Here we go then. Brandon Smith and Angry Ginge here on commentary for your second half. When are we going to see this first goal, Ginge? 15 minutes goalless. It feels weird tonight because we've had at least 7 goals in every game, and we had 9 goals in the first half.
14 in my game.
We did.
Yeah, I mean, are you not entertained? I think we'll see it around the 18th minute, I reckon. I'll be honest, it depends on whether Gold Devils switch off. They're soaking up the pressure, they're dealing with it. Are they going to get a counter-attack? Probably not. It's more of, if they can stay switched on for the next 12 minutes, I reckon it'll stay 0-0. But we'll just have to see. Also, corner's going to be a massive part. As Mackenzie goes for it. There's snow on that ball, it went that high.
What did you make of that goal earlier today from Vision? The goalie.
The goalie? Yeah. No, I did see I was managing against him. Coaching, not managing, sorry. Yeah, to be honest, I think he's absolutely shambolic goalkeeping, and I told Serge that. Toby Bull lines it up.
Off the head there of Jordan Thompson. Didn't feel that one at all, did he?
That one's at the roof.
It was more so how he avoided the
I can't believe it didn't hit the
screen.
roof. I can't believe it didn't hit the roof. That curled around the screen in the middle.
Yeah.
And then dipped perfectly under the bar. It was unbelievable. I can't lie. It was unbelievable. Great tackle there from Bilal.
What was going on there with Serge Fair a few times? He was in a few arguments with his teammates.
They're a
He
new
saved 2
team.
penalties.
I know, they're a new team to ball a league, and you know when someone's telling them what to do, they're not understanding it's part of the game. They're kind of seeing it as, oh, hang on a minute, he's getting angry at me. They just need to sort of realise, do you know what? He's just trying to help me. But obviously, football's an emotional game. They'll get there, and you know they were fantastic to get their first win today.
Yeah, in case you missed the headline results so far tonight, Community beating Vision 4-3, STS winning 5-3, and United 8-6 winners, 3 wins, 1 draw, unbeaten in 4 so far. There's Vilhete, was there a deflection on that one? What's more crazy is we haven't had a single corner in this game yet either. That just shows because no shots have been on target.
No corners, 17 minutes into a game. Bloody hell. Sends in it long. Good press there from Timmett. Looks like Prime are telling them to stay high and press. Switched off a bit there, Mackenzie though, Bilal at the time. Plays it out wide. Gold Devils remaining to be deep. For trying to find that middleman up front to hold it up, but unsuccessful passes.
Yeah, this has not been the Prime that we've been used to seeing. Have they met their match? Eddie Mieko. Easy pickings there for Serene Sane.
Who have Prime's games been against?
Well, last week they played Clutch. Matchday 2 they played Ruckus, and then Matchday 1 they kicked off against M5.
Well, M5 aren't the best. Ruckus probably should have gone 2-0 up. And Clutch FC just probably got overpowered physically in that game. But like I said, they're playing against a team that seems a little bit more even balanced. There's a bit of physicality in this team. There's definitely a bit of skill. And then 18 minutes in, it's not all sunshine and roses for KSI. Well, if JJ does actually draw this, it'll be his second draw again today, as Dagenham and Redbridge drew 3-3 versus 10 men today. What's the goalkeeper going to do here? Looks to fire it long.
Is there a touchdown though? What an idea that was to Johnson.
That'd have been a great idea. Toby Bull puts it down straight away, tries to play. Rumours in my chat that Dagenham and Redbridge were 3-1 up.
I mean, to be fair, I don't think they've lost since he's come in.
I think they have actually lost
Have
one.
they? Lost one, have they?
I must admit they've done very well.
They've won a lot of games, haven't
Yeah, they've done very well.
they? In my time in you know in football, and I didn't think we'd be seeing Andy Carroll and KSI sort of joint running a team.
No, neither did I. It just shows you the power of KSI, the power of social media. That's why he is referred to as the GOAT. My GOAT is Pieface23. Shout out to you, Pie.
I'd love to see Pieface back on the
hit it. He
sideline.
lines
But
it up,
also
Bilal.
deflection.
Gold Devils have got to work it back. Almost. They need to stop Prime playing a little bit. As soon as Toby gets it in his hand, he drops it straight away, gets him playing, gets him ticking.
Do you reckon we get Pieface back on the sidelines at some point?
I think, I can assure you, I can actually promise you, Pieface will definitely be back on the sideline at some point. I believe the 27th I'm not at Baller, as I am in Japan, so it's gonna have to be either Pieface to take over the reins or Steve Bratnall, or maybe a tag team on the manager. I mean, well, not the manager.
Yeah, we'll just move on to the football.
Back to the football.
It just would be the way that one of the weeks we're in Liverpool and you're away.
I know, I'm fuming. You couldn't have timed it anymore, could you?
Quick free kick.
Great save.
Back to Illich. Great save. Sane.
Brilliant double save there.
Best chance of the game so far.
I said it before, Illich has been fantastic, but that's an unbelievable double save there. To get back up and leap across his goal to get an extra hand on that. Really good. They're going to have to rely on that.
Oh,
He's at the roof. They're going to have to rely on the goalkeeper here a lot, Prime. Bit of a push and a shove.
This is where they can just frustrate them though as the game goes on. Prime aren't getting their own way. See it again on the replay. There was the first save, but the second save was even better.
Yeah. I mean, if anything, he's probably got to do better with the first save to push it out wide as a goalkeeper, get it away from the danger area. He doesn't, but then he makes up for it, and he literally decides to pass it to the cameraman there. No, Ryan, the Sidemen match is on the 19th, 18th, sorry. Got to work it back.
Right there from Johnson Illich now, can make the most of this one.
They have to get back, they have to get in shape. They have done. Johnson's work rate to get back there. Got to stop the corner. They can't. Second corner. And
Let's go! It's coming! It's coming!
What's coming? Is it a goal or a penalty?
penalty, I think he's referring to.
Great ball forward. Sayoud.
Can we just clip that of it's coming, please, just in case they don't win? I'd love that.
Well, what happens if they draw? Do they have to sort of like cut the shirt in half? And it's
No, I think they should both wear the shirt. And if they draw 0-0, I think they owe everyone in there, but it's at least £10.
It's the first time in history of a 0-0. We had a 1-1 once.
Yeah, there's only, I believe.
Why not? Did he get a hand on that?
No chance. I think they're going to challenge it. Oh, no, they're not.
No.
Making a substitution. Illich goes off and a ball gentleman comes on. I don't know his name. Forgive me, Brendan. Well, I think he did touch that with his right hand, you know.
Did he touch it? I mean, if he did, they could have probably thrown in the flag there. Bilal Sayoud against 1, 2, 3 Prime players. Imagine if this goes all the way to a game changer here, Ginge, to win it.
It won't. They'll get a penalty. And then it'll go to one-on-one. It'll go one-on-one, this.
They've had 20 shots. They've nearly had 3 times the amount of shots, Prime, then.
Here we go. Did he touch it? Fired it back. He has. He tips it over the bar. Wow. 4 weeks in. And I'm going to stop that there, actually. Nice to see Prime not getting the decision, though. From my point of view.
Scandari. Moved away. They are being so hard to break down. McKenzie plays long to Eddie Mieko.
Offside.
Is he offside or did he stay on from Jordan Thompson? Back post is available.
He is offside. Just curious, actually, Brendan, what was your take on my challenge in my game? Because obviously, I'm going off the whistle. He took the shot before the whistle, so then it should have been a pen. I'm just curious to what your take on that is.
Well, we waited a little while to see the clock. Obviously, the clock's the
ultimate decider.
The ultimate decider, but I fully understand why you challenged it. At first, I was trying to work out what happened because he was sort of hobbling off with his knee.
Yeah, he was.
Montel McKenzie, I mean, this is a bit of a humbler, this. KSI asked for 10 goals. They've had 0 so far. There's another shot off target. 20 shots now in the game. 3 of them only on target.
20 shots and 3 of them on target.
Top goal scorers in the league so far.
It's like his boxing record, that, isn't it? Throws about 40 punches and only connects with 3 of them. Brilliant there from Johnson. Bilal sees the overlap, he's got time to move forward. Tricky with his feet. Plays it back into him. Can he nick a corner?
Can he find a cut back?
Great save there from Toby Bull.
Corner? It was given.
It's a corner.
Could you imagine if Gold Devils can snatch a 1-0 win by a penalty?
I'm just getting a bit confused whether Prime think that maybe there is a game changer on the line, because I don't think they've shot in front of it. Sak Hassan.
Past 1 or 2.
Beautiful work there, and that's why Will Stowe must be really regretting letting him go.
Only last week he was representing his nation.
Hey, I tell you something. As much as I banter, that is one proud moment for Sak Hassan, representing your nation.
Mampolo, does he keep it on? No.
Mampolo!
Just remind you, it's coming. That's what he said, it's coming. Oh the hell, I hope it's a mute button for their fans. Shut that trumpet up and do it now before they get hungry.
I think KSR will be refunding the travel for those fans at the moment.
Nah, he won't. He should.
Shot from McKenzie, there's your corner!
There we go.
Is this the goal? Is this the moment that will give us our first goal of the game? 26 minutes is on the horizon. Still goalless here. Who's taking? Eddie
wow.
Mexico, oh my!
Hey, just remember, Brandon, it's coming. Sit down and shut up.
It can't get worse for Prime, can it?
It can. I mean, they've had over 20 shots. They've had
A penalty as well.
4 on target. They've had a penalty. And then they're wasting chances. They're throwing them away. And sometimes egos can take you so far, but they can't always get you over the line. And that's what we're witnessing. That's what we're seeing here. And this could be the first time Prime drop points.
Mampolo, McKenzie, bundled off. I tell you what, whatever game plan has been put forward from Gold Devils, they have played it to a T, haven't they? They've restricted every shot from some distance.
It's an absolutely fantastic. Bilal unlucky there.
Or is this going to be the breakthrough now? Under a minute left from the game changer.
I think they've got to just beautifully played out there on this left-hand side now, Devils. They've got 45 seconds. Did they go for goal? I think they do. Number 6 on this left side.
Thompson, can he come back in with a finish? No power in the shot. And a chance to break away now.
Gold Devils have got to get back now. Mampolo, great challenge. It's a passionate challenge.
Got the reaction there from Sané. 25 seconds away from the game changer.
Just be smart with the ball now. Just have to be smart with the ball. Given away. Sat Kassan.
Pass one.
I think they're going to keep the ball now for the game changer. But if it's one-on-one, Toby Bull.
Well. A game changer is going to be needed here to decide who is winning this one. Strap yourselves in.
Well, let me tell you something, Brandon. If this is one-on-one, it is going down to the wire. Prime filled with fantastic strikers of the ball. And Gold Devils with Bilal. Is it pre-one-on-one?
One-on-one. I mean, we haven't seen it tonight, Ginge. It was inevitable, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's intriguing how we've not seen it tonight, and then we see it. We see it now. It's definitely chose the right game to come by. Let me tell you that.
This is goal-to-goal action. A single player from each team will shoot from behind the offside line and just inside the opponent's half. It is 3 minutes of non-stop action. I mean, this has got to be Bilal Sayoud. Bilal Sayoud up for Gold Devils. Who is going to step up for Prime? It looks like Stefan Ilic.
Yeah, Ilic is a fantastic player in this. Gold Devils goalkeeper pouring water over his head. You're going in goal, mate. You're not going in a boxing ring.
Remember, you cannot use your hands. 15 seconds per attack. Who's going to be a hero? Who's going to win the game? First shot for Ilic, off target.
Wide. And now the advantage goes to Gold Devils. Bilal.
It's not, but it is Bilal Sayoud stepping up.
He's
the
got,
franchise.
I think he scored over 36 goals in Baller League, looking to make it 37. He's just over the bar.
No one can hit the target in this game, can they? Back to you, Stefan Ilic now. Turin Sané might be in the goal of Gold Devils, but he can't use his hands.
I've seen that face by KSI before. That's what it looked like before the result versus Tommy Fury.
Ilic off target again. It's got to be better. Bilal Sayoud to give Gold Devils their opening goal here. Nearly 28 minutes without a goal.
Bilal lines it up.
Bilal Sayoud.
And it's 1-0 to Gold Devils.
Gold Devils. A leading Prime by goals to nil.
sky. It's on Easter and he needs Jesus Christ to save him. Goodness me. Wow, oh wow, Mampolo's been subbed on to make it 1-1. Are we going to see it? He lines it up.
Mampola can't score. Well, on Easter weekend, as you said, Gingy, looks like Prime are about to crack.
I think they have cracked. I think the yolk's leaking out. Or maybe some sort of chocolate, because I love a chocolate Easter egg, and I love Bilal Saeed right now. If he can make this 2-2, or 2-0, sorry.
He's in no rush.
It's going to be a long way back for Prime.
Bilal Saeed off the line by McKenzie. Still 1 goal in this, but 1 minute 42 seconds away. Gold Devils are from the biggest shock of the season so far.
There are no corners, just to remind you, in one-on-one. Mampolo lines it up.
Mampolo,
Great
what a
save.
save from Sané.
What, 90 seconds left. It's 1-0 to Gold Devils.
KSI is 90 seconds away from wearing a Spurs shirt as well, by the way.
I'd be more worried about the money you invested into the team going to waste. Bilal
Surely not.
to make it 2-0.
To double their lead. Bilal Saeed, the captain for Gold
He
Devils, on
drags it
target.
wide. And you've got to look at this now. There's going to be a guaranteed 2 more goals for either team.
There's at least 3 more goals here, including this one for Prime. This is one of them. Illich.
Great save. He's took that on the head.
Throwing his body on the line. But now, as you said, Ginge, 2 shots for either team.
It could end 3-2, it could end 1-0, it could end 1-1. You don't know which way this game's going to go. You've got the Gold Devils that stood on the pitch now like it's over. There's a long way to go yet.
Bilal Saeed to double the lead for Gold Devils over the bar.
Gotta lock in, man.
This might end 1-1. There's the Spurs shirt. Back to this. Illich to tie us up at 1-1 again.
Another great
Sané.
save.
Unbelievable.
We might have to get a physio on for a concussion test. He's took another one to the head. But he's doing it for the team. He's doing it for the goal bridge. This is a fantastic game so far.
How on earth have Prime still not scored a single goal?
If it goes in now, it's game over. Bilal for 2-0.
They're going to get one more chance.
One more chance.
Survive the shot, you win the game. Survive the shot, you win the game. Timmy Abraham against Sané. Abraham
missed
on
it.
target. Gold Devils.
There is 13 seconds left. If Bilal is smart and he sees the game out, it's game over. He's doing kick-ups. He's laughing.
The Prime party's over.
Well, JJ was right. It's coming. It's your first loss of the season, buddy. Bilal!
Game, set, match.
Gold Devils against the odds have done it. Goldbridge has done it. And it's a major upset in Baller League.
Wow. Mark Goldbridge. Look at the reaction from KSI. He cannot believe it. Nico's on the pitch as well.
Wow, wow, wow. Get that Spurs shirt on.
How on earth have Prime not scored a single goal in that game?
I'll tell you why. From the tactics I told Goldbridge before the game, Brandon, there's one way